Hello ladies and gentlemen, Aaron from Rokitech here, and in this video, we will talk about IP address. Before we jump into the video, if you find this helpful, please leave some likes, and if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you have questions or suggestions, please comment down below. Let's jump in. Okay, so one day you're sitting in your house using your smartphone and you've realized, how do I actually get around the internet? And part of that is because of your IP address. Okay, so let us actually define what IP address stands for. So IP address stands for Internet Protocol Address, which helps other computers communicate with yours. So what does that actually mean? So let's put that into perspective. Let me just grab my pen tool here, and if you guys could bear with me, I'm just using my trackpad to draw this for you. Okay, so that's your house there, and on the right would be your friend's house. Let's say your house address would be house A, okay, and your friend's house would be house B. Okay, beautiful letter B there. And for any reason, you would send a package to your friend. And what one important thing you would need to send a package to your friend? You've guessed it right. You would need your friend's address, your friend's house physical address for you to send that package to your friend. Okay. So let's say you have your friend's address, and you've wrapped your package nicely, and you would label it. Senders would be you, so sender house A, and receiver would be house B, and you're ready to ship your package since everything is wrapped already and ready to go. So one day, okay, I'm gonna send my package now, and you would go to the post office, and the post office here, which is just a square, and the post office would send that to your friend's house because the post office sees that, okay, this should go to house B. And in the internet world, the network world, this square here would most probably be a router, since IP addresses are forwarded through the routers. So we will talk about routers more on the next videos. So and then your friend got his package, and your friend would say, oh wow, my friend from house A is so thoughtful, I wanna send back my package. So since your friend from house B knows the sender's address, which was from house A, house B could now send back a package through a post office again. Okay, the post office is more circular now, and going to you. So again, in the network world, this might probably be a router again. So you see what IP address is. It's something that computers relay on, so that the traffic, the package, the information that you need to send to the other end won't go to somebody else's, because the IP address. Okay, so what types of addresses could I actually have? Well, to make this simpler, there are two types of address you could have. One would be a private address, which looks like this, and it would most likely be somewhere like this, 192.168.2.1, and these are usually used on your again, private network, your house network, your small office, home office networks, your small business office, probably your computer, your printer, and another computer in the kitchen of your house. So a private address is when it's not routable. So you need to put that in mind. A private address could not be routed outside the internet. Okay, so what do we actually use on the internet then? you probably guessed it, you would have a public IP address. And a public IP address, that you probably have one now, provided by your internet service provider. So, if you are subscribed to an internet service, your internet service provider would provide you a static IP address. So whenever you browse the internet, or go outside your small home office network, or your small network, your private address won't actually go out, and the address that was provided to you by your internet service provider is the one that would be routed through the internet. Okay, guys, so now that you actually know what types of addresses could you have, which again is private and public, or a non-routable and a routable address, let's actually check what is an anatomy of an IP address. Well, we could also dive into this further on other videos if you guys are interested. Again, please comment down below. There are three types of IP addresses, or classes. There's a class A, B, and C. Actually, this goes further. There would be a D and an E, but then most commonly you would see a class A, a C, a B, and a C. So let's see, class A. So there's actually a range in here, but since we're talking about the anatomy of an IP address, you would see that class A is looks like this, class B looks like that, and class C looks like this. So what do I mean by anatomy? So per classes, there's ranges there, and I would put a link below in the description for a more in-depth explanation of this, just for the sake that you guys would understand what are the classes of IP addresses. Again, we have three classes of IP address: class A, class B, and class C. So you see this 17 here. This section of your IP address is called your network ID. This network ID here, your network devices that are assigned static IP address would always start in this specific number. Not 17 though. It could go somewhere from 1 to the range of class A, and that 17 there would always start 17.1.1.1. That could be your first device. But then most likely it would be 17.1.0.0. So, this zeros here, if you guys could have guessed, would be your host's number. This zeros could hold your laptops, workstations, servers, switches, and routers. So if you could imagine, class A could actually hosts or hold or assign a lot of IP addresses to a lot of devices. And same goes for class B and C, which you guys probably assume that 155.27 would be the network ID, and this two section here would be for your devices. And class C would also be the same, so 912.168.3, and then this 0 here would be for your host's devices. So if you guys enjoyed this lesson or this tutorial, please leave some likes, and if this was helpful or you have any suggestions, comments, please leave them down below. I will have links on the description for other classes of the IP address, and if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. You have a good day.